You've won the Baloise Art Prize 2017. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's well. First, I'm still in shock, but I'm really happy because this gives us. Because I feel like this prize is not just for me; it's really for everyone that I've been working with in my community in Bantayan Island. So I feel like now we have a way to continue all the work that we've been doing because we're doing long-term projects on the island. So I'm excited about knowing that we can continue because the kind of issues that we're dealing with are not things that you do with one art piece. They are working together, and it's about finding solutions together. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. It makes me, and it's also a pat in the back, you know, after a lot years of doing a lot of work there. Yeah.
Could you explain a little bit the project that you got the prize for? What is it about? What did you do?
I work together with my community in Bantayan, and my family, my friends, my neighbors, and we've been working. I did projects since 2010, and video is the main tool that I use, and it became a way to tackle very serious issues actually. And we created a lot of dialogues by using visual images. What you see is an underwater procession. We have once a year we have the Atienza festival, and what is happening in my community is that it's kind of it started as an animistic festival that turned Catholic since the Spanish were there, and nowadays people are putting in their own kind of their own input, like their own characters or major events that happen in a year. They will come out. People will portray it in the festival. So, for example, we had the super typhoon Yolanda, Haiyan internationally. So you can see that the guys dress up as Yolanda survivor. We have Manny Pacquiao, or we have the overseas workers issues because Filipinos. A lot of places like where I'm from in Bantayan, people are seen as successful when they work overseas. So by using humor, the fishermen kind of make fun of success, you know. So they dress up as nurses because a lot of Philippine nurses go abroad, or as international seafarers. So you can see also huge luggage being dragged underwater. So they're kind of playing with a lot of things that I think represent really what's happening in the Philippines now. There's a lot of characters in there, yes. Also the drug war and everything. So it was interesting to work together because it's these are already existing costumes, existing. So a lot of the guys that are actually doing this every year who create these costumes that are very unplanned costumes, by the way, very spontaneous. We sat together for months kind of discussing not just the issues with the sea but also how we were going to portray this underwater, and if the original a lot of the guys who really joined this procession are also the ones that you see now in this video, but for safety reasons not everyone could dive. The people themselves, that the person from the original costume would explain it and get into character and teach another diver how to do it. Yeah, so it was really you know, like we kind of had an idea what was going to happen, and you want to plan everything, but most of it we were reliant on the sea, on nature, on so anyways, but in the image themselves you can also see the sea, you can see the coral, and you can see the state of the sea that, you know, we're in. So a lot of damage, and it's very sad actually. It's really difficult, like because I was thinking, how do you? We are in a point, I think, where for me it's already an emergency state, you know. So how do you? But the way you can't show, if you show the problem, that doesn't mean that people will know how to deal with it. I think when people are proud of what they see and we can sit together and they know what the problems are, I think it's a much more that is when art can be used. It becomes useful, or at least that's from my experience these past few years now. Yeah.
Do you already know what you will use the prize money for, and do you have any projects planned for the future?
This specific work is part of a larger project that I'm collaborating with my brother, Jake Atienza, and we've been collaborating actually for a lot of the projects on the island, all the projects on the island. So we're going to look beyond Philippine borders and try to, we already started actually on not just sharing our work to other islanders, but do an actual island exchange, and not just finding ways to preserve our culture, but to rediscover together. And then, of course, deal with this kind of almost this huge issue of how do we protect ourselves from water rising. So these are big issues, and we can't do this alone. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. And when we started these projects, we already said we're going to do this our whole life. It's going to take a generation, and I don't know. Let's see. Yeah.